Hi, my name's David. Welcome to my YouTube channel. The purpose of this channel is to learn from YouTubers who are experts in their field by following their advice and learning from the exercises that they recommend. And so right now I am following a YouTuber whose name is Vinh Giang. Fantastic YouTuber, but he is a communications expert. And my goal is to learn something about communicating through my speech. My hope is that I can grow as a communicator so that I can make better YouTube videos and so that I can just do better in life, whether that be working as a husband, as a father, or in my job. And so, with no further ado, let's get into the video. This video, I am going to be following an exercise that Vinh Giang recommended. He has an exercise where he goes through various passages in, I guess, a short form. They're kind of monologues. And he uses different techniques for each one to show how you can use those techniques within your speech. The first one that I did was called the siren technique. And I read from Henry V, one of the speeches in there. And in that process, I learned that varying the pitch of your voice can really have an impact on engagement. I still need to work on that and bring it into my own vocal image, but it was really fun to do when I was reading. And so my hope is that through this process, I can grow. The next thing I'm going to be doing is varying the speed at which I am doing, which I'm reading the passage. I'm going to be using the exact same passage, so if you missed out, you can go back to the previous one. And you can take a look at the original reading that I did. The original reading was me just reading it in a very standard way. I didn't do anything special. And so you should go check it out. This time, I'll be going through and reading the same passage once again, which I actually have to find again because I lost it just now. And as I do that, I will be just taking some time to slow down and speak a little bit slower, adding in pauses when necessary, in order to try to engage interest. I will also be speeding up more. What I will not be doing is varying my pitch. I will try to not vary my volume, even though I have a feeling that's going to be difficult, because whenever I slow down, I tend to get a little bit quieter, simply because it feels right to be quieter. But I think that's something I need to learn, is how to slow down without getting quieter. So I'm going to give it a shot. That being said, let's jump right in. We're coming in right before the Battle of Agincourt. The English army is encamped and are basically about to be attacked by the enemy, who greatly outnumber them. And King Henry is giving a speech to try to, I guess, make his men not so afraid and to kind of encourage them and get them amped up for the battle. All right, I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to find it. Be right back. Okay, I found it. So let's get going. Starts out with a man named Westmoreland who's starting out, and then King Henry gives his speech. Oh, that we now had here but 1/10,000 of those men in England that do no work today. What's he that wishes so? My cousin Westmoreland? No, my fair coz, if we are marked to die, we are now to do our country loss. And if to live, the fewer men, the greater share of honor. God's will, I pray thee, wish not one man more. By Jove, I am not covetous for gold, nor care I who doth feed upon my cost. It yearns me not if men my garments wear. Such outward things dwell not in my desires. But if it be a sin to covet honor, then I am the most offending soul alive. No, faith, my cuz, wish not a man from England. God's peace, I would not lose so great an honor as one man more, methinks, would share from me for the best hope I have. Oh, do not wish one more. Rather proclaim it, Westmoreland, throughout my host, that he which hath no stomach to this fight, let him depart. His passport shall be made, and crown for convoy put into his purse. we would not die in that man's company that fears his fellowship to die with us. This day is called the Feast of Crispian. He that outlives this day and comes safe home will stand a tiptoe when this day is named, and rouse him at the name of Crispian. He that shall live this day and see old age will yearly on the vigil feast his neighbors, and say, tomorrow is Saint Crispian. Then will he strip his sleeve and show his scars, and say, these wounds I had on Crispin's day. Old men forget, yet all shall be forgot, but he'll remember with advantages what feats he did that day. Then shall our names, familiar in his mouth as household words, Harry the King, Bedford and Exeter, Warwick and Talbot, Salisbury and Gloucester, be in their flowing cups freshly remembered. This story shall the good man teach his son, and Crispian shall ne'er go by from this day to the ending of the world, but we in it shall be remembered, we few, we happy few, we band of brothers. For he today that sheds his blood with me shall be my brother, be he ne'er so vile. This day shall gentle his condition, and gentlemen in England now abed shall think themselves accursed they were not here, and hold their manhoods cheap, whiles any speaks that fought with us upon Saint Crispin's day. Okay, I'm gonna go out right now and say it. My volume changed quite a bit when I was doing that. And I think when I first started, it was the volume that was changing more than the speed. Changing speed is very difficult. I also didn't change the volume, or I didn't pause very much. And so I might need to come back and redo this exercise again, simply because I don't think I did the exercise the way it was intended. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna listen to it, then I'll come back again and try, if I need to. All right. See you in the review. Okay, I did the review, and I think I did well enough with changing the speed to at least get an idea of what was intended in terms of the exercise. So I'm not going to go and do it again. I'm trying as much as possible to do one take so that I can really see how I speak just in everyday conversations. And so I'm just going to leave it this time. But what I did notice is that when you vary your speed, it really does have an effect. There were certain times where I was going really, really, really fast and then slowed down, and by doing that, it just felt so much more engaging. I also noticed that when you're going fast, it's very, very, very easy to start going higher in pitch. I didn't know that I did that. And so I think it would be really fun to see if I can go really, really fast while I'm also really down low here, without trying to go higher up in pitch. I don't know how easy that's going to be. And so we're just going to have to play with that as I go along and keep going with this channel. With that being said, I definitely found this a fun exercise. I want to go back and do it again. I do think that I'm going to have to revisit all of these exercises sometime in the future, especially after I played around with my voice a little bit more, had time to experiment with this instrument that Vinh Giang, as Vinh Giang calls it. I think it could be a lot of fun. And so with that being said, I'm going to be moving on to the next exercise, which is volume. And so so far we've done pitch, and that's called the siren technique. And then the second one we've done is speed, where we're talking really, really, really fast, and then trying to go back to a slower pace in order to try to change engagement. I think that the next one will be very interesting, especially since I'm not trying to change pitch and I'm not trying to change speed. I think it will happen without me intending to, but we'll go and find out. So if you want to come along for the journey, feel free to subscribe, or you can just come and watch the next video. This whole project is just a great learning exercise for me. So if you have any feedback, please drop it in the comments. I'm looking for feedback, and just know I love constructive criticism. I'd also love encouragement if you have any of that. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and for now, this is David out. See you in the next one.